Over the last 10 years, the internet has become stickier and stickier and stickier.
And these companies have expert PhDs in neurobiology, psychology, the world's leading experts in AI and software engineering, all working to capture just shreds more of your attention.
There is a finite attention economy, and they're all competing for your attention.
Clearspace is technology that helps you align your intention with your attention.
Our problem, and the problem of many people we know, is that they spend far too much time doing things that they don't care about on the internet. The internet is more and more set up to capitalize on that. Take Facebook, for example. They have billions of eyeballs looking at a feed. Their algorithm can split test thousands of things and get feedback within a millisecond about whether something's statistically significantly better or not for capturing attention. You run that feedback loop for 10 years, you have weapons grades technologies at stealing human attention.
We both were software engineers working remote during the pandemic, who each had independently found ourselves wasting our days scrolling Instagram, TikTok, getting distracted from the things that matter to us most, getting productive work done, spending time with friends, doing things that actually were fulfilling for us.
Yeah, willpower alone cannot be your tool. It just doesn't work. It requires changing the environment. That's where we want to be.
We want to have an equally powerful set of technologies and protocols that don't just play defense, but get active about aligning your attention with your intention.
Okay, so we're opening Instagram here, and it's going to show us our budget for today, and then it's going to guide us through 15-second breathing exercise. And this is essentially cognitive friction. You have to pay a little price before going into the app, and it's going to remind me, here's your streak, here's your quote related to your goals, and it's going to ask us how long we want to be in the app. Let's say we just want a 1-minute session right now. Now Instagram's unlocked, and we'll be able to use it for 1 minute before this shield will drop and will be pulled out, and that will register a use for the day.
The trickiest thing is to get people at the moment when they have to make the most important decision. The impulse open was kind of at the heart of a lot of our time wasting.
Yep. Turns out we've done over 10 million of those interventions now. More than half the time, people say, no, never mind, this was a compulsive click.
Hey, welcome to Clearspace HQ. So right here at the entrance, we have our Better Yes wall. We ask anyone that comes and visits to tell us what the better yes is for their time rather than devices. So we think that when you're saying no to Instagram or TikTok, what you really should be doing is saying a better yes to something else. That's why we do what we do. Over here, we got the CTO office, Ollie the Goat, getting after things.
Okay, yeah, so I'm basically thinking if you're in an active step to scroll challenge. We met on the Y Combinator co-founder matching platform,
which for the uninitiated is online dating for startups.
Literally Hinge for find a business partner. Yeah.
Oliver and I hop on a co-founder dating call, at the end of which I said, I'm driving up to San Francisco. We're building.
We're in a WeWork.
We're in a WeWork together, whiteboarding ideas and executing on our Chrome extension.
What is now our Chrome extension?
Yeah, what is now our Chrome extension. This is the most important problem in the world to us. We want to spend the next 10 years of our lives working on it. We have the skills and the complementary intuitions to actually make that happen, we believe. We built for 2 weeks together, and we said, let's do this thing. We're 20 years into what is probably one of the most transformative technologies in the history of the world. And the smartphone, the internet hit supercomputer, and then it landed in your pocket. There are early signs that there are some really dangerous implications of being always on and connected to these devices. Imagine how difficult it would be to implement a new diet into your life without even having a notion of macronutrients.
Yes, yeah.
And those macronutrients not having to go on the label.
And McDonald's gets to decide what goes in your fridge. That's where we are right now.
We don't even have the concept of proteins and carbs and processed sugar in screen time right now, and we're bringing that to the table.
Yeah. In this way, I think technology is a particularly hard problem because at every point we're going to have to make decisions.
We as humans collectively are starting to grow in our understanding of what technology does to us and whether or not we like that. You can see different communities of people starting to set up ways that they think it's appropriate to engage with technology.
And it's happening, right? You hear I don't check Slack on the weekends. I don't do social media in bed. These are the beginnings of people's digital protocols in the way that diet was.
And we are the technology layer that's going to assist people in deploying those techno philosophies that are just as essential to the fabric of culture and humans as the diets that are associated with traditional ethnicities or religions.
What is your favorite and least favorite thing about working with each other?
My favorite thing about working with Royce is his ability to see around corners and anticipate things, particularly around other human needs.
The thing that I enjoy most about working with Oliver is when the hardest last 5% of a problem needs to be engaged with, he's able to take all of the energy that it took to get there, recompile it to persevere through that wall, and it's just unbelievably inspiring.
And my least favorite thing about
Yeah.
you, like your energy is like infectious, will occasionally pull me out of a deep work session.
Yeah. Well, only when you need it.
Yeah.
He's not a gracious winner.
That's true.
We have played to date
40 games.
240 games of ping pong.
Count it?
Yes.
We have a lifetime scoreboard.
When we were coming up on our 200th game, or our
I don't want to talk about it. I don't
yeah,
wanna
well, let's
talk
talk about it. It was 99 to 99. I didn't want that game.
Don't worry about it.
I used to really like try to encourage him afterwards, and then he got like a 6-game lead, and I learned how to be an ungracious winner. We are really fascinated by technical problems. We like sitting down and getting our hands into the weeds, and then after writing a couple lines of code, like getting up,
Walk around.
yeah, throwing a football, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it, jock. All that played football in college.
We are learning in the wild, like day after day, what is actually effective for people for habit change. We try something, we go home with it on our phones for 3 nights, and we come back and we're like, this is not working. Like, I got sucked into the feed this morning. We are learning slowly, but like concretely what works.
People are ready for the right technologies to come in and be fighting to protect their attention now. Today, Clearspace eliminates your compulsive phone usage.
The next 10 years is like, can we deploy that in every place where technology has its grips? Can we get it on your phone? Can we get it on your computer? Can we get it on the smart TV in your house? You could imagine an internet where your Instagram doesn't have a Reels feature, or you could imagine a future where you just set a rule for yourself at the beginning of the year that you have to walk 1,000 steps every day before you can use Twitter. In the long term, can we be the layer that you show up to Clearspace with your digital protocol for like how you want your life to look, or we help you create that protocol and we encode it across your whole life? This sounds like we're trying to fix society, or it can sound like that. I don't think that's how we approach it at all.
No.
It's like, this is a personally felt problem. Individuals have this problem. They come to us with their hair on fire and tell us what works and what doesn't. And we get the clearest feedback of any product I've ever worked on like what needs to be written next.
When we zoom out and we think about humans and their relationships with devices, this is a super new and nuanced problem that we're getting at. We don't think we know the perfect recipe
Agreed.
for you as an individual to use technology. We think that's like a really intimate and important thing for you to decide for yourself. We want you to have the tools to make that decision and then enact it in your life.
Thanks for watching the 9th episode of S3 featuring Clearspace. Huge shout out to Royce and Ollie for taking the time to chat and stuff. And this was one of my favorite episodes to film, I think, because we got through the description of what the product was really quickly, and then we just took time chatting about their theories of digital protocols and how the future will look with all this technology. It was like just such a cool conversation. This is the last single-digit episode of S3. Episode 9. Next one is episode 10, the season finale. We have a very exciting startup that we're going to be featuring. We also have some special end of season announcements. There's a secret thing that's releasing for only 1 week. Next episode we'll go live with it, which is exciting. Also be doing like a channel trailer to like make it really clear what the show is. But on top of that, I'm also going to be publishing like a pretty long article, essay, paper thingy, as well as a video kind of explaining why I'm doing S3. It's the one question every founder asks when we're doing our pre-writing calls for the show. And I haven't really been publicly open about that. And I'm excited to share that finally. It's a deep answer, which I'm really, really pumped to share. So look forward to that in the next week. Thank you for watching. Keep on building the future. And I'll see you next week when we do the season finale, our first ever season finale for S3, where we get social with locations.